We have some fabulous people attending us, and a big warm welcome to everyone on behalf of Pyrmont Ultimo Chamber of Commerce and netStripes. But more importantly, this is our first Bizruption jointly with the PUCC, or the Pyrmont Ultimo Chamber, our local chamber. Before we start, I'd like to welcome the President of the Pyrmont Ultimo Chamber, Lawrence Gibbons, to give us a warm welcome.
What's really exciting to us is that Darling Harbour and Ultimo are finally connected. Right behind these buildings, if you haven't ever walked it, there's something called the goods line. The goods line used to be the rail line, and now it's been converted into a wonderful pedestrian mall, right? And what it does is it connects UTS and TAFE here to Darling Harbour, and most importantly of all, to us here in Ultimo, it connects the old Technical Museum Powerhouse, the Powerhouse Museum, to Darling Harbour and to Ultimo.
We start by giving 3 hugs and 5 high fives to the people you haven't met so far. Can we do that, please?
In this place, you can see there's this ecosystem of startups, of traditional businesses that work together, that collaborate. And that clustering is an incredibly important part of growing, developing and nourishing new businesses. That's the real jobs generator. That's where the economy is set to boom in the future, and that's what we need to be committed to. Of course, thanking Dinesh for his enthusiasm. He's such a passionate guy. I always love talking to people that have that real love of improving business. Their digital platform is something which I've been very impressed by, and something which will help traditional and non-traditional startup businesses to really grow.
Small business owners understand their industries intimately. And when you're matched with the right technologist and we follow this discussion around innovation, that's when the magic happens. And that's the premise behind Bizruption, and that's why netStripes started Bizruption about 11 months ago.
Can I thank Dinesh and his team at netStripes for the great work they do in the Bizruption events that I've been lucky enough to go to, a couple of them now, and I think they're really great events for networking and getting inspired about doing business in Sydney.
One of our oldest clients, Gordon Burke. Gordon Burke has been a serial entrepreneur for the last 10 or so years, or 30 years or so.
Because if you want innovation, if you want digital engagement, if you want a world-class company, believe it or not, it's up to you changing and having a partner like netStripes to help that change. Because they are the best in the industry. Small businesses that are fully digitally engaged earn $350,000 more a year. Now, is that something significant for your business? It's about strategy, and this is one of the key things that Dinesh and Dinesh's team at netStripes does, is they are absolutely fantastic because of the corporate power that's behind the team and their thinking and where they've been, is that they think in terms of a global strategy for your business. And it's, as I said, customer need. What does your customer need? What problem are you solving in their lives? It's about presence. They build an absolute presence for you. But they're actually a digital presence disruptor. They bring the power of a corporate organisation into small business because of the systems and the processes and the reach that they've taken inside their business, which they can share with you.
Christopher runs Black Star Pastry. It's a small business that has grown from 1 person to 100 people.
But I think the thing I'm most proud about is just the community that grows when you have a business. And me being quite the optimist, the kind of value and joy you can add to the world through your enterprise. We devise these 3 principles for which we make all our decision making, right? So number 1 is integrity. It meant in ingredients and the way you make food. Number 2 is hospitality. And the last one is community. Community is everything. I started from nothing, but I think that journey would have been a lot shorter if I had some great mentors and partners and all that, which is why this kind of event is great.
My other business is Student Services Australia. It runs the largest website for university students. So Straight away, it's got nothing to do with your business, which I thought was a bit of a problem. So I've come up with something that everyone in the room can use. And it fits in really well with the last two speakers, which is fantastic. Christopher spoke about product market fit and having that magic moment when you get it and you have your own watermelon cake. I'm going to talk about our watermelon cake and one tip of how we did it. One tip, only 1 point to my whole talk. And Gordon spoke about disruption, which obviously requires some kind of insight to create a disruption. And so my one tip also covers how you can find that insight. So I want to talk about this. This is my watermelon cake. It's an app called Lost on Campus. It's got it's got a panda logo. It's used by about 35% of all uni students in Australia. The only mapping or navigation app during January, February and March that's bigger than us is Google Maps. It's pretty hard to beat.
Congratulations on tonight's event and enjoy your networking.